everyone, and welcome back to the Military Tech Channel. Here's EA-6B Prowler. No plane on Earth can really match. North Vietnam's air defenses were among the most advanced of their day, rivaling those deployed around Moscow. The diversity of radars and integrated weapons coverage made defense suppression support essential to any tactical strike mission. The EA-6B Prowler marked the U.S. Navy's recognition that modern air defense systems could not be defeated by evasive approach tactics and kinetic strikes alone. The integrated monitoring and jamming systems of the Prowler, along with its computer-assisted analysis and countermeasure systems, often made the difference between a successful mission with light losses or a costly one. The EA-6B evolved from the lessons learned in Korea and concerns about the Soviet Union's emerging surface-to-air missile, SAM systems. Convinced its latest electronic warfare, EW aircraft would not meet its future tactical requirements, the Navy issued a formal specification for an advanced EW aircraft in November 1964. Declared fully operational in July 1971, the EA-6B flew its first combat missions over North Vietnam during Operations End Sweep and Linebacker Tie in 1972. The Prowlers jammed North Vietnamese radars and communications in support of tactical strikes and high-altitude attacks. The aircraft's successes convinced the Navy that every carrier air wing should include an EA-6B squadron, and it initiated production to equip 8 four-plane squadrons by 1975. The EA-6B's AN/ALQ-99 Tactical Jamming Systems, TJS, pods initially covered only 4 of the 7 radio-electromagnetic bands then used by the Soviet Union, but its coverage was expanded to 8 bands by late 1973. More important, the plane acquired new expanded memory computers to assist the operator's signal processing and analysis capabilities, tripling the number of radars the operators could detect, analyze, and attack. Further pod upgrades enabled the Prowler to deceive SAM acquisition and fire control radars, and terminal guidance signals expanded the EA-6B's mission from standoff jamming support to accompanying strike aircraft into the target area to augment their self-protection systems. Despite the new mission, not one EA-6B was lost to enemy action or other operational causes in Vietnam or any of its combat operations since. It wasn't Hanoi's intent. North Vietnam's air defense network and tactics shaped American aircraft design and air attack tactics for the rest of the century. With its almost constant series of upgrades, new systems and procedures, the Prowler still serves and is expected to continue doing so. The final Prowler variant in service was the ICAP ILI, introduced in 2005. With it came the N/ALQ-218 jamming system receiver installed into the aircraft, noticeable as the distinctive bulge atop the tail, and operated in conjunction with the N/ALQ-99 jammers carried underneath the fuselage and wings. ICAP ILI also had the N/USQ-100 and 13 V4 communications jammer, and as with previous variants, could gather electronic intelligence, ELINT. Depending on a mission, a Prowler sometimes flew with 2 ECMOs. At its height, EA-6B operated across 4 Marine squadrons and 14 active-duty Navy squadrons, plus 1 training and 2 reserve squadrons. Aboard carriers, Prowler squadrons typically deployed between 4 and 6 airframes. During its last few land deployments, the Marine squadrons deployed with 6. Several of the Navy squadrons were designated expeditionary, meaning they were intended for forward deployment to air bases ashore instead of being deployed as part of carrier air wings. This was to remedy the retirement of the Air Force's EF-111, which left the Prowler the only tactical utility aircraft in the entire U.S. inventory. Though never downed in combat, nor having garnered the reputation of a widow maker, 51 Prowlers were lost during its service life, resulting in 48 aircrew fatalities. It was also involved in a few high-profile accidents over the years. On the night of May 25, 1981, an EA-6B of VMAQ-2, coincidentally enough, landed aboard U.S. Nimitz too far right of the center line of the flight deck and collided with a row of parked aircraft, resulting in a massive explosion and fire. In one of the worst carrier disasters in history, 14 crew members were killed and 45 more injured, along with a complete destruction of entire planes and considerable damage to others. The 3 EA-6B crew members, Captain Elwood Armstrong and First Ultz Lawrence Cragen and Steve White, were killed on impact.